I try to stay away from negative people. Don't you? You know, people who say, no, you can't. No, you won't. You're not good enough. Meet my inner critic. But how do you stay away from a voice that's inside your head? If you've ever wanted to silence your inner critic, my story may help you. In 2019, I qualified to compete at the World Championships of Disc Golf. Disc golf is basically like regular golf, except with a frisbee instead of a ball and a basket instead of a hole. The top two players competing in my age group were Donald Parker and Gary Johnson. And my inner critic kindly reminded me, Donald won last year. Gary's ranked even higher. You don't stand a chance. I felt discouraged. Why bother? I can't win. But then I heard from one of those motivational speakers, yes, you can. Yes, you will. You can do anything. Spoken like a true Toastmaster. Meet my inner cheerleader. I arrived at the World Championships in Pennsylvania with both voices in my head. On the first tee of the first hole, I read the notes that I had prepared during my practice rounds. There was a lot of pressure because at age 71, this would be my final chance to actually fulfill my dream of winning. But it took me 2 holes before I realized I was following my notes for the wrong darn course. My inner critic said, Bob, you're a supreme idiot. My inner cheerleader agreed, but congratulated me for being #1 in that category. Whenever I missed a putt, my inner critic sneered, you're no good. Every nice throw, my inner cheerleader cheered, you're the best. Have you ever been in the middle of an ongoing battle between 2 opposing voices? Who would win in the end? I didn't know. But I knew who would lose, me. Here's why. Yes, we all know your inner critic is destructive, but so is the inner cheerleader. Yes, your inner cheerleader is destructive too, because once you believe you will succeed, what happens when you actually do? Your joy is minimized. You're just meeting expectations, big deal. And if you don't succeed, well, then you're even more demoralized than ever. Too much pressure. That first night, my inner cheerleader kept me from falling asleep. The next morning, my inner critic kept me from wanting to get out of bed. But something opened my eyes that day. We were playing in the warm sunshine on a magnificent course in the most beautiful landscape, rolling green hills with grand old oak trees, a cascading waterfall. That glorious setting inspired me to stop listening to both voices. Forget about winning, simply appreciate the moment, enjoying the moment in this wondrous scenery, and have fun playing this silly little game, not expecting to win, but also not needing to win. The pressure was gone. Amazingly, at the end of the day, I was tied for the lead. I couldn't believe it. Neither could Donald, who bitched about my lucky throws. And Gary tried getting inside my head. Hey, Bob, think you can hold me off in the finals? Probably not. But so what? I didn't need to be the best. I just needed to do my best. Everything came down to the last hole of the finals. It was a tricky downhill fairway to the basket. I should have played it safe. But what fun is that? I chose a risky, crowd-pleasing shot, a roller. You don't fly the disc. You roll it with a lot of spin and just the right angle, hopefully. Well, I watched my disc roll out of bounds. But then it curled back in and stopped right next to the basket. A woman in the gallery laughed. Now he's just showing off. No, ma'am. I'm just having fun. And that's why I won. But having won was less important than having fun. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes your critics and cheerleaders are inside. Sometimes they're the people around you. You don't have to let them take you on a roller coaster ride of emotion, careening between thoughts of future success and failure. Why not simply appreciate being present in the moment? This moment, every moment, the moment that I've shared with you today.